Hey guys, welcome to Season 32, War number 3. Poseidon is taking on H8FL8 today. Our bands are Ghost, Quake, and S99. The map is fairly straightforward. We just have a couple of things to watch out for. As for me, first up here we are on path 3. We have a Magneto and a Torch, and then we'll be taking Manthing on 20. Both of these first two fights I will be taking with Moleman. He's not metal, so he is fine to use against Magneto. My shrug percentage chance is reduced here, so you'll see my suicides don't actually get shrugged off, which is a little annoying, but not too bad in the grand scheme of things. Pretty straightforward. We're just gonna do what Moleman does. He's shock immune, so this node doesn't pose a threat to him. If you'll notice, I did put my power backs and my increased power boost on right before this fight. It's actually not going to benefit us because we have class disadvantage, but I more so put it on for the Torch fight that's about to come. Didn't want to forget, I was in a little bit of a time crunch. And there we go. Magneto got down pretty quickly, took a hit or two, but nothing too major. I'll be healing him up. I already did so here. This Torch fight is so easy. All we have to do is watch out for Hurt Locker. It is power focus 2. I don't like to push him to special 2 in War, so we'll still be beating special 1s. But now our skill boosts will be active and working as normal, so this will be over very quickly. And Torch goes down very easily. Super easy fight for Moleman. Next up, we will be moving to Manthing on node 20, Masochism, Strike Counter, Static Defense. This can be a really tricky placement. We've seen a lot of deaths to this node, both within our alliance and by our opponents as well. Omega ends the fight before anything really matters. It's usually over around that 10th hit. Basically, the strategy here is stay close, don't hit him too much, and lock in your spores when you're getting close to around 20. Obviously, 30 would be better. And once you have spores up, you also don't have to worry about Masochism. Omega's poison immune, so we don't need to worry about that being a problem. We do want to watch for Mystic Dispersion because it still can creep up on us, but overall, it's very easy with Omega. He just melts him down. Okay, now we're headed to Jabari Panther on node 25, Footloose. This is a really straightforward Omega fight as well. I do have a Wags pre-fight here, which is helpful. He does get pushed back quite a bit by the Wags pre-fight here, but it's definitely better safe than sorry. I actually forgot to put an invuln boost on here. I was rushing a little bit. I had like 20 minutes left on my 6-hour attack boost, which feels like 3 minutes in wartime, so I just wanted to get in and get it over with. She's super special one happy here, which is not the greatest. Not the cleanest fight, but as you can see, she's melting down still. It's still going pretty quickly, and we are about to end it in a second. I actually do end up pushing her to 3 bars here in just a moment, but it ends up not being a problem. Took a couple of hits there, got my death field back up, fortunately, thanks to those bleeds. And we will just go ahead and finish her off with a special 2. So we're on path 4 here in section 2. We have a War Machine up first, followed by a Knull. And we'll also be taking the Mighty Charge Rhino up at the top of 4 to 6. This War Machine fight, I was a tiny bit concerned about. Obviously, that Knull is chaotic and hectic. Even if you have the best counter, it can get a little stressful. This War Machine fight, I was just afraid I would be underestimating it. Turns out I wasn't. It was just a really simple and easy fight. Okay, now we're headed to Knull. This was my most concerned fight of this war. I've taken it several times. Mistake number one, I didn't check his sig level. Every time I have fought him here, he's either been unawakened or he's been max sig. So I was thrown off a little bit here at the beginning when I only had a few mass built up. I took a few seconds for my brain to register what was going on, and you'll see right here, I pushed myself into frenzy way too early on in the fight. I do throw a special one here to try to maintain. Basically, I'm trying not to let him throw a special one under any circumstances. If you take this fight with Moleman, you do want to take it with 5 out of 5 and stand your ground. It will allow him to block unblockable attacks. And at this point, I'm getting a little panicked. I'm cornered. He's throwing a heavy at me. Basically, my exit strategy, backup plan, how I'm going to survive this fight, I'm literally just going to, again, try to avoid his special one. I'm going to try to naturally get myself into frenzy without throwing heavies, because obviously he is unblockable at this point. I am not able to block his unblockable attacks since I am not in frenzy. So I'm letting my mass build up naturally by the armor breaks on the node and by his additional little debuffs that he's putting on me, getting my unblockables going, taking advantage of those when I can, while also trying to avoid the special one. At this point, I'm about to be in frenzy again. He's still unblockable, so I don't want to counter a blocked hit. Wouldn't quite work yet. We just want to get ourselves as fast as possible to 20 mass. And here we go. The special one will push us over. Here we are in frenzy. And as you can see, we are now able to block his unblockable special 2 thanks to the 5 out of 5 points and stand your ground. We're healing a little bit now with willpower. And he's dead. Obviously, that second half went a lot smoother than the first half, but at least we made it out alive. Moving on to Rhino now on Mighty Charge. This can get a little tricky with Unstoppable Armor up, since he is an Unstoppable Armor defender. There are a couple of ways you can play this fight. You can either play it super safe, never try to intercept him, just basically rely on your protection damage alone. I did throw an invuln boost on so that I can counter a couple of his dash attacks that are of course unstoppable. I will take a few hits as a result of that, but it will help me get out of a fight a lot quicker. There you can see it's a little bit like playing the old Brawl node, and we're able to just get him down a lot quicker. Moleman's a really good counter for him just in general. Since he's an XL, he is not going to be going unblockable at us as often. Getting some reparries off when we can, and then here we are. As you can see, the difference in damage on the special 2 when I have not removed the protection. That's kind of why I opted for that strategy here. I just wanted to get in and get out. And he is down. We took a few hits, but we're still almost at a full yellow health bar, so it wasn't too bad at all. So this was going to be my final fight of this war. It's Petty Parker on Missing in Action, the former Rage node on Boss Island. Omega's such a great counter for her. He's able to melt her down really quickly. We also don't have to worry about the damage back on her power burns when we throw our heavies because they're tentacle hits, so we're not going to be taking that additional damage. Normally what we want to do here is we want to hit into her block, remove her shield. She's not being super cooperative, and Omega, of course, goes unblockable at the wrong time, which she has a tendency to do. So we're just going to kind of go for it. We're going to throw our spores. This does have return policies, so she will have power for most of the fight. But we'll just keep our spores up. We'll just stay close, and it will be over really soon. I'm about to have a falter on me because of the node. So again, we're just going to stay close, reparry. And yeah, the fight is over. It took a little bit of power burn damage there, but now she's dead. So, unexpectedly, we ended up having a death here on Conflictor Mojo with a Flame On Torch. Obviously, we don't want to send Torch back in there without having Flame On available, and we didn't have another Torch ready to go at the time. Our other Torch was reserved for that Mangog on Aspect of Evolution. So, given that Mojo's health was down, I just took Dex off, and I went in to finish him off. Obviously, we just want to stay close. We just want to get him dead as quick as possible. We want to try to avoid prompts as much as we can. Took next little heavy there, but that's it. He's down. Okay, so now our boss killer is ready to go. Mangog is the last remaining fight on Boss Island. We're up by a lot. At this point, I think we were up by 15 kills. We had cleared significantly more of the map than our opponent had, so I just decided to kind of go in here for fun. I did make some mistakes in this fight. Unfortunately, I hit into him too much. I also should have utilized light attacks better, and yeah, let's see what happens. So I did get caught by unstoppable armor at the end there. Honestly, there was so much going on in that fight, I kind of forgot that it exists. But we're just going to revive and heal Omega, finish him off. Again, this is the last remaining fight. We're going to take our head down on one item remaining, but it's okay. And we'll get him on the second attempt. So as you can see, I much improved on my strategy from attempt number 1. Not sure if this is a fight I will be volunteering myself for in the future, but it was a fun attempt. So we were able to wrap this war up with a win, which we desperately needed. We are climbing our way out of tier 2 still. We ended up with 60 some odd kills, so that was fun. And yeah, Mangog was worth it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.